to week 7. Wow, as I went through this list, I'm like, wow, this is a pretty power-packed week. A lot going on here. The first thing we talked about was an aspect, the aspect particle, je. So it's attached to a verb to talk, usually kind of like a static-like verb, like sitting, standing, placed, things like that. It's attached to so more like static verb to talk about the state of something, the continuing state of something, or the way another action verb was done. For example, 我喜欢站着玩电脑. I like 我喜欢站着. That means standing. 玩电脑. 玩电脑 means to play on a computer or mess around with, have fun with a computer. So I like to stand while using my computer or playing with my computer. So that's an example of 站着. 我跳舞，你们看着. I'll dance, you 看着. You watch. You watch and keep watching me, in essence. Then we talked about conceding with 吧. That's where you might say, someone says, well, that's not going to work. How about we do this? And you say, 好吧. It means like, yeah, that wasn't my first thing. It wasn't my first hope, but yeah, that'll work. Let's do it. So it's kind of conceding. It's not rude like saying, oh, I really didn't want to. It's just kind of saying like, okay, I can work with that. Then we had experiences with 过. 过 means to cross over. It can mean to pass time as a verb, but here it's not a verb. It's attached to a verb to communicate after a verb to communicate that something has happened at some point in the past. I've had an experience with that. I've done that. So it's not used like la. La is like to say sort of like at a certain time something got completed, something happened. Where this is saying at some point in my past. Usually there's no time stated. It's like I have done that before. So like for example, I have eaten intestines before. So I might say 我吃过 intestines. I don't remember how to say intestines in Chinese. So we compared le and guo a little bit together, and I already mentioned that le is about an action being completed at a certain point in time. Guo is about something having happened in the past, ever. They can also be used together, like 我吃过了, meaning I have eaten already, and it's specifically with things that are kind of like you do everyday activities, saying that I've done that, and I don't need to do it again right now. So 我吃过了, or 我洗过脸了. I've already washed my face today or this evening or whatever. Then we talked about the Moto particle na. Now na we already knew, we've already seen it before, but it was just we knew it as like to tack on as a question to say like to make a receptive, like how about you, or how about this idea, or that kind of thing. But now we can see it more broadly as something that can affect the mood of a sentence. Give it like a little kick, a little exclamation point. Let's see. It can emphasize questions to make them more rhetorical, or just have a little bit more kick to them, a little more flavor. Ask where someone or something is. That is not actually modal, but it's like shojina. Where's my shojina? Where's my phone? Or mamana. Where's mom? Or it can also be used with statements to make an action continuing, very similar to ja, or to make an action just to give a sense of emphasis or strong feeling to the statement, a little extra kick. And then we talked about comparisons, basic comparisons using B, that means to compare, but it's like A, B, B, something. So that means if I want to say that A is taller than B, I would say A, B, B, 高. And then if I want to say something is not an adjective, is not more adjective than something, so A is not taller than B, I say A 不比 B 高. And then if I want to say that A is less tall, essentially, I'm saying not as tall as, I would say A 没有 B 高. And those are the different ways to work with that. And then we talked about words that can in the same structure here with this, A, B, B adjective. In the same structure, some words can go before the adjective to influence the meaning, and some things can go after the adjective to influence the degree of how much more is that thing. So before the adjective, we talked about 更, 还要, and 要. And all of them are slightly different in what they communicate. But there's a lot of similarities between them. The big one is that 要 has a little bit more of a feeling of estimation. Like, I think it's like that, but I can't actually measure it. And then after the adjective, we talked about ways to say something is very much more adjective than the thing. So after the adjective, we can, like, if the adjective is 高, we can say 高多了, much more. We can also say 高得多, 高很多. They're all the same. Or if you want to say a little, 高一点, or 高一些. And with most of them, with 多了, with 一点 and 一些, we can put a 了 before, like between the adjective, like 高了一点. So he has, if the boy has grown up, he's now taller, he's now a little taller, we can say, oh, 他高了一点, 他高了一点. He's a little bit taller, because the 了indicates change, and so a change of state, or a change. So he is more tall than he used to be. 他高了一点. If I want to say he's much taller, you can say 他高多了. And we don't need two las. We just say 多了. And so 多了 can kind of function with or without the change, right? If I can say 你比我高多了, that just means that you are much taller than me. It's not talking about change. Or I can say 他高多了. He is much taller now than he used to be. So there's that. And then we talked about the preposition 给 to mean for. Maybe its most common meaning is for, but we also talked about in different sentences, we're going to have a slightly different way that we would, that the meaning that 给 is representing there. And in English, it might show up in different, and it won't always be for. But that's kind of like for or to. And then we talked about 对, which is like to or toward most of the time. Like, don't talk to your parents that way. Don't talk to your parents. So that's 对父母说话. Let me see if I would. Here's an example of 给. 他给我开门了. 开门 means to open the door. he 给我 give me 开门了. If I'm going into a hotel and I need the service person to open the door, I might say 请给我开门. Please give me 开门. What is 开门? Why do you want that? No, 开門, of course, is open the door. So please open the door for me is what that means, not give me. Okay. We'll stop there. This is the end of week 7. Good job. You're almost done with HSK 2. Keep plowing away and keep your spirits up. It's a big task. It's a big task to learn Chinese, but you can do it, and you can learn. Just don't give up. Maybe the most important thing is just keep plodding away, keep doing your exercises, keep watching videos, keep doing your scritter, keep doing Pimsleur if you're following the program that I laid out in the beginning of this, HSK 1 in my intro video and stuff. So yeah, that's the program that I'm thinking of as I do the grammar stuff. We have scritter to learn reading and writing, characters, and then we have Pimsleur to focus on listening, and all together we're learning vocab in all of those. There's, vocab. That's the program in mind. But whatever you're doing, just keep on plodding away. You are learning, and don't give up.